Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Ron Ratner, Senior Associate Commissioner at the Northeast Conference. We are back for a tennis GEICO Google Hangout today. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Please visit geico.com. All right, it's time to meet our guest. I'm really pumped for today's hangout. I'm the tennis guy here at the NEC, so I had to pick one of the big-time tennis players in the league. I've watched some amazing freshman players through my time here in the conference, and today's guest ranks right up there at the top with the best of them. Big welcome to Bryant, Matt Kuhar. Matt, how are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. All right, so bear with me. I got to go through your resume a little bit here. Why do I have you as a guest? Let's find out. You came on the scene in September, Player of the Month, right off the bat. So you started off with a bang right there. You come into the spring, 2-time Player of the Week, 3-time Rookie of the Week already. All right, before we get into anything else, is this something you expected when you stepped foot on the Bryant campus last fall? Did you see this all coming?
No, not at all, actually. I just love to play the game, and I was just looking forward to attending Bryant and this wonderful university, and I couldn't be happier to be here, and all of these awards and all that's come so far has just been a bonus.
That's a good answer. All right, well, before we go into your season, I want to go back a little bit and track how you got to where you are today. So you, in doing my research, you see you're from Smithfield, went to Smithfield High School, same town as Bryant, just down the road, 3-time state singles champion, 83-1 record in high school. 83-1. That's crazy. It's an unbelievable career. So when did it all start coming together for you as a player? When did you know you had a chance to be something special in the sport?
Well, I started at a young age, and I always loved playing the sport every day. My dad was my main coach, and we just had a blast every day playing. And midway through my high school career, I realized that I really enjoyed playing the sport, and I wanted to pursue it further into Division I college.
So what was it like having your dad as a coach? Now, I know I coach my son, and most of the time he doesn't want to listen to me. Was there like infighting, or were you guys step in step the whole way through?
Pretty much step for step the whole way through. We have a great bond that can never be broken, and we always get along perfectly together. At times we have our differences, but overall we make it work.
That's good. All right. So was tennis always the big sport for you? Did you try anything else when you were growing up, or was it tennis right from the start? Did other people in your family play?
Yeah, so my dad was the one who played his whole life, and he knew he wanted to have a tennis child, per se. And I did play all the other sports when I was younger. I played baseball, basketball, soccer, but right around age 11 or 12, I really started focusing on tennis specifically, and it's played out well for me so far.
So who was your tennis idol as a kid? Everybody has one. I was a big Jimmy Connors guy. Now, that was before you were even born, but who did you like? Who was your guy?
I've always liked Andre Agassi. He was even a little before me in his prime, but he was the real deal, and he was a great player.
Yeah, it was fun to watch.
Yes, yeah.
So I saw in your bio that you trained for a bit of time in Finland. How did that come about?
So my coach is actually from Finland. My old coach, who was originally born in Finland, and I used to go to the club where he trained and where he taught, and he was my first coach, and he took a group of us juniors from Westboro, Massachusetts, on a little week or 2-week trip to Finland to play tournaments and practice and train. So that was a great experience.
So how was it? Was that the first time you left the country?
For specifically tennis, yes, it was. Yeah, I had been other countries for vacation with my family, but to play strictly tennis, that was the first time.
And how was the competition when you played there?
A little foggy in my memory as of right now. It was a while ago, but I believe the competition was very difficult.
All right, let's talk about another one of your accolades. Now, you first, when I didn't know anything about you until your coach let me know that you were going to be in the SI Faces in the Crowd back over last summer, talking about your high school career and that you were going to Bryant. So now that when it happened and the magazine came out, how did that feel? Were you signing autographs, you taking selfies with all your fans? Like,
I didn't necessarily sign autographs and do all that, but It was very overwhelming at first. I got used to it, and I don't know. I loved doing it. My family supported me through the whole process, and it was awesome. We had a blast.
That's cool. And not everybody gets something cool like that to happen. So good for you.
Thank you.
So as you go through high school and you're having success, was the goal always to play D1 in college?
It was. Yep. I knew I wanted to play Division I, and I knew I needed the more training and more working out and more practice. And Bryant University seemed like the perfect fit for me.
Okay, I want to ask you about that. So you're a really good student, and your coach is going on and on about about your GPA and how well you're doing in college. So you're a really good high school student, top of your class type kid. Ivy League schools in the hunt for you and everything. Why the decision to go 10 minutes from your high school to Bryant?
The main thing was this university. I knew I wanted to major in finance, and Bryant is one of the top business schools in the country. And I knew the coach, Coach Gendron, really well from my past years, and I knew all the teammates that were on the team. They always supported me. I always practiced with them at their captain's practices, and a big support for me was Ronald Makeley and Bill Smith, the athletic director and the president. They supported me throughout the whole process, and I couldn't thank them enough for allowing me to be here.
You're shouting out the Prez. You're learning fast. That's a good one. So, how big was it that the Bryant tennis program is a program on the rise? There's like an upward trajectory towards the program. How did that factor into your decision?
Right, and that factored in directly to my decision, because me as a player, I'm a progressing individual, progressing athlete. So this university fit me perfectly because I could grow with the university as it was growing.
That's great. How excited was your family when you told them that you'd be staying around so they could watch you play?
They were extremely excited. They come to every match. That was the plan. My dad wanted to see every match, or as much as he could, that was local, and most of them are local. And he comes to everyone. My mom and my brother and sister, they've always been so supportive, and it's been great.
Awesome. So they recently did a piece on you, and the local NBC affiliate came down and talked to you. And one of your quotes from it was, I'm going to read this verbatim here. College is definitely a lot different than my high school career. It's a lot tougher. It's more difficult. So in what ways is your college experience differ from your high school tennis experience?
I'd say the course load is a lot heavier. You have to go to not necessarily more classes, but more difficult classes, and there's more training. You're in the weight room for hours a day. You're out on the courts for hours a day, and then you have to do homework on top of that. So it's just like a balancing act, but I've made it work so far.
Bryant has about at least 20 guys. I've never seen a tennis roster like this before. So it's stacked. A lot of veteran players who've had a lot of success at the program. Your Zach Morris's and your Ernesto Arguello's. How have those guys helped ease your transition into collegiate play and the college life itself?
Oh, well, they're the best role models you could have on a tennis team, and they're great captains, and they've always been so supportive for me and with me. Also, Josh Rubenstein is also another captain, and they've shown so much support, and I couldn't thank them enough for everything they've done.
All right, let's talk about your coach, Coach Gendron, okay? He's a unique guy, a unique character for sure. He calls me like just about every single day. What's it like playing for Coach?
Oh, it's like I've always told him, it's like playing for my own father, because I see similarities in them, and they've actually played together their whole life. And it's just like I'm playing for my dad, and it just feels very comfortable, and he's always very supportive. And he's a great coach. I couldn't say anything else.
Is he hard on you? Even though you always you take one of the stars of the team, you always got to be hard on those guys to set an example. Will he get on your case?
He does at times when he needs to, and I support him the whole way on that. I really appreciate the hard work that he puts in to make me the player I am, and I couldn't thank him enough.
So I mentioned at the beginning that all your awards and your honors, and you're at the closing out your freshman year, 18-8 record. You're playing #1 singles for the defending champs. top seed in this weekend's tournament. So life's good, right? At this point, like this is sort of, you couldn't have asked for a better situation at this point in your career, right?
Right. The pressure is definitely on. Yep. Can't wait.
So, as you head into the tournament, now I've watched Bryant the last 2 years with the tournament, and there's one thing that stands out is how competitive and how intense some of those guys are on your team. Some of your teammates are crazy intense. Is this accurate to you as a player, and how would you describe Bryant tennis? Like, what's the buzzword that would describe them?
We are definitely fighters, and we're Bulldogs. In the name, we're the Bryant Bulldogs, and I think the captain we mentioned earlier, Ernesto, symbolizes what exactly a Bulldog is, and he brings the most intensity you could ever bring to a tennis match, and we couldn't thank him enough. We appreciate everything he's done for us, and he's contributed so much to the team.
He looks like a football player is what he does, right? He don't look like a tennis player. What does Bryant need to do to repeat this weekend? What do you need to improve on, maybe that from the end of the regular season? What do you have to do well?
We just need to come out firing on all cylinders. We need to show the other teams that we're down to battle and we're looking for a good fight, and we just have to compete hard with high energy, get off to a great start in all our matches, and show them who the defending champions actually are.
So if you're to get to the finals, once you get there, good chance you might see FDU. Okay, FDU has been Bryant's biggest rival since the move to Division I. Last year's title match was really a classic, as someone who's seen a lot of them. Before you played them in the regular season, did your teammates clue you in on how big a match that is, whether it's regular season or in the NECs? Playing FDU is a big deal. Did you know about the rivalry going in?
Yes, I definitely did. But again, we have to treat them like any other team we play. We always give it our all, no matter who we're playing. But them specifically, yes, we were informed that they were a tough competitors and tough opponents, and we were ready for it. And we will be ready for it this coming weekend.
So this weekend, you may see some of the top. There's some really good #1 singles players in the NEC right now. Okay, there's a whole bunch of them. So one of them, we just talked about FDU, Arvis Berzins. He's a 3-time player of the year, one of the best players in this league's history. You beat him in 3 sets a couple weeks ago, which is a huge win for you. What was that match like when you were playing it, and what did that mean to you after the match?
I knew going in that was going to be a battle and a tough 3-setter, and I expected that and just took it full on and just tried to get the most out of what I could. And whether I won or lost, really, I just wanted to make the most out of the whole match.
Now, how's his game different than your game? Is there a style difference? You play similar?
We play pretty similar. He's very, very strong player, a little more experienced than I am. So he knows his way around the tennis court inside and out, which is tough to play an opponent like that. But you just have to stay strong and hopefully just give him a nice battle and hopefully pull it out in the end.
Well, I'm hoping we see maybe a rematch this weekend, because that's to me, there's a bunch of marquee matches, because you have Rolski on Wagner and Washi Gervais on St. Francis U. So some really good players out there. So the #1 singles is stacked, and looking forward to that this weekend. At this point in your year, heading into your first postseason, do you still feel like a freshman after playing so many matches this year?
I do, and it's rare to have a freshman at playing the top spot at 1 singles, but I do still feel like a freshman. But the captains on our team make everyone feel special, and everyone contributes equally, whether you're at the 1 spot or the 6 spot. So yeah, that's how I feel about that.
I think when you line up and you're getting ready to go down to Mercer County this weekend, you think there'll be jitters there? You'll be a little nervous heading into those matches?
Definitely. I think it's natural to be nervous. Hopefully the nerves won't get to me during the match. Usually I don't get too nervous, but they should definitely be there for any human.
Now, during a match, how are you? Are you calm? Are you a yeller? Are you a screamer? Are you fired up? Like, what's the style out there we're going to see from you?
You never know. I don't know. We'll have to see. Usually I try to remain calm with high energy. Sometimes I can get pretty riled up depending on the situation.
All right. Let's switch gears. Down the line, is there a dream to play professionally, or is college the end of the road here for you for your playing competitively?
It's tough to tell right now, but yes, I would love to play professionally after college. We'd have to see how I develop as a player, and yeah, it all depends really. Yep.
Okay. So you're at Bryant, a top-tier business school. You're majoring in finance, excellent student. Once your playing career ends, whether it's amateur or professional, what's the game plan? Is there any ideas of what you want to do professionally?
No, not quite yet. I'm only a freshman, so I think I have a little time to decide that. But yeah, definitely I'll be playing a lot of tournaments, try to get into some futures, and just try to go from there.
I might have pulled that question from my senior playbook there. You're a freshman, asking you what you want to do next, but what class, any classes you've taken so far that you've really enjoyed at Bryant?
Yeah, I've taken basically the requirements so far that you have to take. I've taken the economics classes. I'm in a tough economics class right now. I have foundations of business I'm in, and I enjoy the financial aspect of business, and I look forward to seeing where that takes me in the future.
Is there any professor out there that you really enjoyed his or her class?
Not specifically, no, but I'll tell you one thing, I haven't had a bad professor yet. That's a good thing. Yeah, they're all great, and they all teach you exactly what you need to know, and they're all very supportive of you.
All right, so off the court, away from the classroom, what would somebody find surprising about you? Any hobbies? First of all, I heard you're a really good singer. I don't know if this is true or not, but I heard you're a really good singer.
I wouldn't consider myself a good singer. I do like to sing. Yep, I do. That is definitely a hobby of mine.
And what are you singing? What kind of music? Are we rapping or are we singing? R&B?
Definitely not rapping. No, I can sing. I sing a lot of different genres of songs.
All right. Well, I'm not going to put you on the spot now, but next Google Hangout with you, you may have to throw us a little singing, just a little.
Awesome. All right. I'll think about that. Yep.
Okay. What are any other hobbies? What do you like to do off the courts?
I do a lot of homework. It's not a good hobby, but no, yeah, not too much. Go to school, work out a lot, practice, hang out with friends. We hang out as a team always. We go to the movies, we go to dinner a lot, and we're always around each other. So it's a great atmosphere.
Okay. Final question right here. You said in your piece, your TV piece, that being at Bryant has been awesome and you love the challenge. Tell me what's great about Bryant University, why other tennis players should go there, and why other students should go there. What's so special about Bryant?
Right. So Bryant University, that's the main reason why I'm attending now, is because it's a very up and coming university. It's a great business school, and it has great, very underrated Division I athletics, and that more people should know about and will know about in the future. So I recommend any student athlete or student who's interested in any business courses or business major to definitely look into attending Bryant University.
Yeah, the Bryant marketing folks got to pull this clip right there. Matt Kuhar promoting Bryant University. Good job with that. All right, so for anyone watching, you can see Matt and the Bulldogs this weekend, Mercer County Tennis Center, West Windsor, New Jersey, 2015 NEC Tennis Championships. You guys, as the 1 seed, you get a bye into the semifinals. You'll face the winner of Mount St. Mary's and Wagner on Saturday, probably in the 11:30, 12 noonish range. We will have the NEC. You can follow on Twitter at NEC Tennis. We'll have some on-demand clips posted to NEC Front Row, and we will have a live blog as well that you can access from the NEC website, northeastconference.org. Matt, best of luck. I will see you down there probably on Friday or Saturday. Say hello. Good luck to you and your teammates. Looking forward to seeing everybody.
Thank you very much. Really appreciate it.
All right. Thanks, Matt. Today's NEC Google Hangout was brought to you by GEICO. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit geico.com. We will see you next time for our next GEICO Google Hangout.